What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is main deck Monday, and we're looking at a quad Lapras deck now. There's been a ton of hype behind this deck, and I know in the new set coming out, there's Aqua Patch and makes water decks even better. So everybody's like hyping Lapras even more. But today we're gonna focus on just a quad Lapras deck. No Shaymin and actually no Sycamore. Now this deck was used by Benjamin, who won a grand open it was 2 weekends ago. It was the same weekend as the internationals, so you know there's a lot of hype of the internationals, but at the same time Benjamin's used this quad Lapras deck, which can easily take down the Decidueye deck, and there's a regionals coming up this weekend in Virginia, and I do think quad Lapras is one of the better plays this weekend because it does have answers to a lot of stuff. So during this tournament, Benjamin played against Lapras. He won that. Darkrai, which he tied. He lost one and tied. Rainbow Force, which he double won. Mega Quads, which he double lost. Now, Mega Quads is a very hard matchup for this deck because out of nowhere, Mega Quads can, like, you know, can Mega Turbo plus DC and just knock out Lapras and just like take 3 prize cards, win that way. So Mega Quads is actually a somewhat difficult matchup for sure. Then Decidueye Valpine, which is a fantastic matchup because you have the Wobbuffet with the Bio Barricade and make where your opponent can use the abilities like Feather Arrows. And Irritated Pollen doesn't work, and when that doesn't work, you can use like Crush Hammer, discard energies off opponent's Pokemon, and Decidueye needs like 3 energies to attack. So when you discard 1, they really can't hurt you for a couple turns. The only Pokemon that can really hurt you is Lugia or Tauros if they do play those in their deck. So with like Team Flare Grunts, a VS Seeker, and Crush Hammer, you can easily take down the Decidueye deck, which is really cool to see in this. Then he played Evisagar Boulder. Once again, another deck that needs multiple energies to attack. So you can discard the energies with Crush Hammer, Team Flare Grunt, Team Skull Grunt. There's a lot of different things to do here. And so 6 rounds, he was 4-1-1. And then in top 8, he played against Yveltal. He lost, actually, then won 2 of those. Then in the top 4, he played against Decidueye Vileplume, won both of those games pretty easily. And the finals played against Darkrai, which is a win, loss, win. So that was a little, you know, Darkrai is always somewhat scary for that because they can, like, explode, have a crazy turn 1, drop all the max elixirs, and get everything set up. They can easily win the game. But Benjamin did win, so congrats to Benjamin. And we're going to look at his list today. So all we're really going to use today is collect to draw 3 cards. Just keep drawing cards we need over and over again. But we do have Blizzard Burn, which does 160, but Lapras can't attack next turn, so you can't use Collect, Blizzard Burn, or Ice Beam. And then Ice Beam is a GX attack. You do 100, and your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. So if you can Ice Beam plus Blizzard Burn to take a knockout, that's something you can, which is really cool to do. If you're playing against like Megas or something, that can sell them. If your opponent has like a bunch of energies, you can maybe Ice Beam to buy you a turn. And then Blizzard Burn to knock him out, or you can just Blizzard Burn knock him out if it has 160 or 170 HP thanks to Fighting Fury Belt. But that's gonna be the plan today: is just collect, draw a bunch of cards, and just disrupt our opponent. And will it work or not? I mean, I think it will because Benjamin did win a tournament with it. But one Wobbuffet, like I said, to help out against Decidueye, which is crazy that one Wobbuffet can change the game completely. Okay, for Crush Hammer, flip a coin of heads, discard energy. We have Energy Recycler to get 5 energies from your discard pile back into your deck, so you can reuse your water energies. 1 Enhanced Hammer, discard special energies like DCs and Rainbows, which is really cool. 2 Nest Ball to put a base Pokemon onto your bench. Usually this is really bad because you play like Lapras, or not Lapras, you play Shaymin and Hoopas. But with Nest Ball, you can just put a Lapras immediately on your bench and be good to go that way. 1 Letter to get 2 water energies out of your deck, which you could Skyla to get the Professor Letter to get water energies, which is really cool. 4 Puzzle Time, sorry, to reuse 2 cards out of your discard pile so that you can reuse your Crush Hammers and VS Seekers and whatever you want to, you're good to go. 1 switch for VS Seeker, no Trainer's Bell, we're going to collect and have 1 billion cards in our hand. 4 Rough Seas, which is going to make our Lapras more like a tank now because you can just heal 30 every turn from your Water and Lightning Pokemon. And with the Fighting Fury Belt, Lapras has 230 HP. So that is a lot of HP to knock out. And with Rough Seas, you heal 30 every single turn and you're good to go. 2 Delinquent to discard 3 cards out of your opponent's hand. If you have a Stadium card to play, but then you discard that Stadium. So if your opponent puts down a Stadium card, you can like Delinquent them down to 0, baby, then put down your Rough Seas, and it's a really cool combo you can do. 1 Hex Maniac, turn off abilities, 2 Lysandre to bring a Pokemon with the bench, and 4 in. Now the reason I'm playing 4 in and no Juniper is because this deck doesn't really take prize cards. Our plan is just like discard all of opponent's energies, make where they can't attack, and then we just kind of attack them out. Or eventually they just run out of energies, and then we start using Blizzard Burn or Ice Beam and just win the game that way. 1 Olympia to heal 30 and switch the active with your bench. 2 Skyla to gain a card out of your deck, or trainer card, which is really helpful to get those Crush Hammers, maybe a Puzzle of Time, maybe a Nest Ball, and 4 Team Flare Gun. We are going heavy energy disruption with the Team Flare Gun, Crush Hammers, 4 VS Seeker, Enhanced Hammer, so there's a ton of energy disruption. 1 Team Rocket Handiwork, flip 2 coins for each head, discard 2 cards from opponent's deck to even speed up the process of decking out. And 2 Team Squirrel Gun. Once again, we're just going behind the theory of trying to discard all of your opponent's energies. Your opponent reveals their hand, discard 2 energy cards from it. Okay. 3 Fighting Fuel, so Lapras is a super tank. 1 Float Stone to give that Wobbuffet free treat for the most part, or whoever. It is reusable with the thanks to the double puzzle. And 10 Water Energy, and that's gonna be the quad Lapras Wobbuffet deck. This is also, I think, the last week of not using the new set. I think the new set comes out on Friday, so Monday we should have some new stuff. So what is a new deck that you want to see from the new set? I personally want to test out Tapu Lele Garbodor. That seems like a really cool deck. We can try a little of Ninetales. Let me know down below in the comments, what deck do you want to see first for Monday, if they do release the set this week like they're supposed to. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a fantastic day, and let's see the deck in action. Alright, so we're against Owl Fire 98 playing a fire and a water deck, which means Volcanion. Alright. So, can we take down Volcanion or not? Now, we do have a weakness, which is great. But Lapras, you really don't want to attack too much. Your goal is like just discard energies and just win that way. So, they're going to go first, of course. Why would you not? Hopefully, we start with Wobbuffet. Okay, we start with Lapras, Crush Hammer. Okay. Press done. And let's see what's going to happen here. Because we have to manually attach 3 energies to Lapras, which is very hard to do. So Volcanion active, okay. Yep. Guess we'll find out how this matchup goes. Scorched Earth coming down, okay. Does he have a Fire energy? Do you have Scorched Earth? I guess our plan is to hope he gets like a Volcanion with a Fear Belt in the act spot. Then we can like maybe just discard all the energies off it. So see Trainer Mail, look at top 4 cards of his deck. Let's see, what does our opponent get here with this Trainer's Mail? So this Sycamore going to their hand, which they can discard, draw 70 cards, maybe put some fire energies on there, then use the Volcanion, baby Volcanion, get the energies back out. Okay. There's a Scorched Earth, discarding fire, draw 2 new cards. There's a Float Stone to the active, giving it a free retreat. Okay. Now these lists do play Olympias, so fire energy to the active, alright. And there's a Shaymin. Going to set up for 2 new cards. Alright, so let's see what does our opponent find with the Shaymin for 2. Maybe a Hoopa, maybe some Volcanions, a baby Volcanion, so Trainers might look at top 4 cards of their deck. Let's see, did they find an Ultra Ball maybe? Nope, not going to find anything. Okay, that's good for us. Alright, so Sycamore discarded their hand, discards a max looks of Sycamore is an escape rope, okay. So that's one less switch card we have to worry about later on. There's a baby Volcanion coming down. Man, part of me wants to discard the energy off the active, like Crush Hammer trying to discard the energy, but then baby Volcanion just like comes up and like gets it back from the field. So I don't think we're not going to use Crush Hammer this turn unless he max looks to a bitch Volcanion, because we really don't benefit from like discarding the energy off the active right now. Alright, or I mean, it is one less. Oh man. Alright, so this card's a energy in to get maybe a Hoopa or a Volcanion. Definitely a Hoopa, like you can grab like 2 Volcanions and be good to go next turn. But then we have a Lysandre in our hand to bring him up out of the active bench spot. Okay. Alright, so this is a Hoopa, and he is going to use Scoundrel and get 2 EX Pokemon. So I'm going to Lysandre that Hoopa, try to get stuck in the act spot, trying to discard the energy off the active, the Crush Hammer. So that's going to be the plan now with this Hoopa, unless he has some more Float Stones, which we know he does. Probably plays Olympia, like I said. We've already seen 1 escape rope, okay. Let's just see what he gets here with. I mean, imagine we'll see 2 Volcanions. Like, why would you not get 2 Volcanions here? But, I mean, our turn is going to be really easy. Just water energy, Lysandre up a Hoopa, Crush and Hammer, try to discard the energy off the Volcanion, and just go from there and see what happens. So see Hoopa, he's looking through his deck right now to see what's all in there, what all resources he has to him. He's already played 3 fire energies, so he probably has like 7 left, maybe 8. 7 and 9. So double Volcanion will come. Ooh, 3 different artworks. Very nice, sir. So we'll see Volcanion. We'll see Volcanion coming down. Okay, Volcanion number 1, and we'll see another Volcanion come down. But my turn, we're just gonna put a Water Gene active, Lysandre, Crush and Hammer, and Lapras turns are very kind of simple. Like we really don't have that many options in our deck for sure. But maybe we could buy enough turns to start like power up this Lapras and then use a Blizzard Burn for a knockout. So we see another Volcanion hit the field, and do we see? I mean, imagine you just see a pass here, right? Like, what else do you do really? Maybe Max Elixir. Okay, nope. On to our turn. All right. So we're gonna Water Gene the active, play Crush and Hammer, and so discard the energy off the active. We'll Lysandre with the Hoopa and collect for 3. Like I said, not too crazy of a turn, but I mean, it's very simple. So Fear Build, Team Flare Grunt, and a Rough Seas. All right. So on my opponent's turn, I'm gonna draw a card. Now, I don't know how beneficial, like, this bump in the score shirt is. I mean, my opponent's probably going to one-shot a Lapras for the most part, but we can, like, Rough Seas and, like, heal Baby Volcanion damage, so that way he can't knock us out. But we'll see what happens. My opponent doesn't have anything. Like I said, okay, there's Olympia, which we knew he plays. Going to put in the Volcanion, okay. Probably put a Fire Energy in the active and use Power Heater, get 2 energies on the field. Alright, so Energy will get 2 Fire Energies back into their hand. Alrighty, so like I said, we can use the Rough Seas, heal our Lapras, so Fire's deactive, and we'll see a Power Heater putting 2 energies on these bench Volcanions. Maybe the one without the Float Stone, maybe just these 2 guys. That's not too bad. But, man. Okay, so Scorchar is going to discard a Fire Energy actually and draw 2 new cards. Does he find a Max Elixir? Alright, so Steam up number 1. And he has discarded 3 fire energies, 4, discarding 5 fire energies. Alright, so 5 energies have been in play, which is good for us. And there's a Power Heater for 80 damage. Okay, so I'm going to put a fire energy on both these guys. But like I said, we are definitely just going to Lysandre Hoopa back up, Rough Seas, and just go from there. So we're going to let her just within our deck now, so we don't draw into these. We will Fear Belt the active, put down the Rough Seas. Heal our Lapras up some. Lysandre up the Hoopa, and we will collect for 3 new cards. Okay. Let's see what we get here. There's a okay, so double puzzle, which can get us a Lysandre and a Crush and Hammer back, which is really good for us. He's already played. Okay, so he's played the Olympia, Novia Seeker. There's a Max Elixir. Oh boy, do we get knocked out this turn? Okay, that's nothing. That's good for us. We just need a nest ball into the Lapras. My opponent really doesn't have anything right now, so Fishman gonna put 4 energies into his hand. Okay. Alright, so 1 and 2. Where does he attach his energy? So energy is Mid Volcanion. And a pass onto our turn. Alright, so we're having some fun times here. We'll Rough Seas, heal the Lapras up. We will double puzzle for Crush and Hammer and Lysandre. Okay. Did I not touch energy last turn? Well, Water's the active. I don't think I touched energy last turn. Crush and Hammer. As we discard energy off the bench. And we will collect for another 3 new cards. Alright. There's a Crush and Hammer. Okay, still no Lapras though. This is where our Lapras is at. Alright, but opponent hasn't really done anything either, so that's good. He can attach an energy turn, put energy on this Volcanion, but we can Lysandre up and take a knockout on it with using the Blizzard Burn. Alright. I think that's going to be the plan. Knock out the Volcanion he puts energy to. So energy's at bench Volcanion, okay. Pass on to our turn. Alright, so we are going to Lysandre bring up this Volcanion. My opponent hasn't just hit anything, which is great for us. Rough Seas, Water Energy. We will... Yeah, I'm going to Crush him and try to discard the energy off the bench, and that's a Tails. And we will just Blizzard Burn for the knockout, going down to 4 prize cards. Alright, so 340. Taking 2, so 1 and 2. We get a water energy and a water energy. Okay, we really need to find a Lapras because this is getting kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie to you. But we know opponent just has 2 cards in hand, really nothing that useful. So Volcano will come up. All right, we could be a Seeker for Lysandre, bring the Volcania back up to the active spot, get it stuck maybe. He hasn't played a single VS Seeker. He does have multiples of those. He has 2 Sycamores in the discard file. It's just crazy they didn't see a VS Seeker. But that is Pokemon for you sometimes. So just gonna Power Heater for 20. Okay, gonna get 2 fighters in the field. One of this guy, one of this guy. On our turn, we will. Okay, there's still no. Man, okay. Hello. All right, so. What is going on? All right, so we can't attack this turn. I'm just gonna Team Flare and discard the Fire G off the active and just pass. Okay. On to our opponent's turn. Because he can't take a knockout right now. 3, 6, 9, 9. Unless he gets, yeah, he literally can't take a knockout unless he finds a Fear Belt and 3 Volcaniums with 3 energies. There's a Fire G active, okay. We'll see another Power here to gain 2 energies in the field. Imagine they're both going Volcanions. Alright, so 1 there and 1 on there. On to our turn, we can use Collect this turn, but, okay, there's a Wobbuffet. Thank you. We finally found a Pokemon. So we've done Wobbuffet. We will be a Seeker. Or Lysandre, bring up that bitch Volcanion and take a knockout on that Volcanion again, the one he just powered up, and we'll Blizzard Burn for the knockout going down to 2 price cards. Okay, so this one Lapras might go the distance. We'll take 2 price cards, and there's a victory coming out. I mean, my opponent didn't really play a Sycamore, but that was a really funny game to see, and you can see how you can beat Volcanion. You can Lysandre, get stuck on the active, you have all these Crush Hammers, you kind of like just keep bringing up whoever, make it where they can't attack. My opponent just didn't find a VS Seeker forever, which did help us a lot. But we'll see what we're getting with the Lapras deck. We definitely want to showcase this off just so you can see how you can beat Volcanion. But we'll see another game with the deck here in a second. Hopefully we get another victory. Alright, so what he gets E4 RLYCUL Early Curly? I guess that's how you say his name. Playing some kind of fairy deck? Is it Pancakes? Alright, so the lost going will be going second, okay. Alright, so on my opponent's turn. Ooh, maybe Mega Alakazam. Nah. Alright, so there's our Lapras, but no Water Energy, but we do have a Professor Letter in our deck, so we can Skyla for Letter and then start going for a Collect. Okay. And let's see what happens. What are we playing against here? Alright, come on early. Alright, so press done, and let's see, can Quad Lapras taking the victory against Mega Gardevoir. Alright, so Mega Gardevoir is not too bad of a matchup because they, ooh, can Despair knock us out? Alright, ooh, let's see, I think it can. No, it can't. No, actually, yeah, it can. Alright, because it does 110 plus 10 for each bitch Pokemon you discard it. So they discard 8, they can knock us out. Ooh, fancy. Alright. So we'll see a Hoopa. Gonna use Scoundering Search for 3 new EX Pokemon. Okay. I mean, we could play Fighting Fear Belt, but then he has like Rattatas and stuff to discard the Fear Belts. Okay. So we'll see a Guardian Shaymin. Oh man, how do we play this turn? Do we Skyla for a Nest Ball to get a... Well, I guess it depends how this Crush Hammer goes. So Float Stone, Shaymin for 4. I think no matter what, we need a Skyla for a Nest Ball so that we don't get knocked out ASAP. So Trainer's Mail. Okay. Let's see what... Okay, there's a Spear Link. Put on the active. Alright. So we'll see Guardian Spear Link to the active. We'll see a Shaymin. Going to set it for 2. Alright, and what else? Okay, so Spear Link to the bench Guardy. So 2 Spear Links and a pass onto our turn. Alright, so we will Crush and Hammer, trying to discard the Fairy Gel the active. Tails, alright. Like I said, I need a Skyla for a Nest Ball to get a Lapras so that we don't lose like ASAP. Alright, so Nest Ball for another Lapras. Putting that down. We'll Fear Belt the active and just pass onto our opponent's turn, okay? Alright. Does he have a Mega Gardevoir? He already discarded one. I mean, he probably plays like two more. And like Hoopa. I mean, Dragonite. There's a Fairy. Hoopa only gets bent. Basic. What am I talking about? The Fairy to active. Okay. He can't do 230, so that's good. So the Float Stone to the bench Shaymin. We'll see a Float Stone to the bench Shaymin. Sycamore discarded their hand, draw 7 cards. You might be like, why is he putting the Float Stones everywhere? Well, it really doesn't matter too much, because once he gets a Mega Gardevoir, he can just Despair Ray. And there's a Link, just Link Blast for 30. That's a small little victory right there. So, well, Rough Seas, heal the Lapras, and we'll have to use an end. We'll need to find a Water Energy to use Collect to get 6 new cards, okay? Or some more cards. Alright, so this is a Crush Hammer, which we need to flip heads, discard energy off the active, so let's go for that Crush Hammer. Come on, baby, and it's a Tails, okay. So, Water's in the active, and we will collect for 3 new cards. Alrighty, so there's a Water, VS Seeker, and a Water Energy. Alright. So, now opponents are going to draw a card. Okay, does he find a Mega Gardevoir? Spirit Link to the bench Gardevoir that doesn't have anything on it. Alright. There's a Trainer's Mail. Does he find an Ultra Ball? He's already discarded one. I don't know what the card that was. What card was that? A Skyfield. Okay, so Skyfield come down. He still can't take a knockout right now on this Lapras. There's a Trubbish. Oh, a Trubbish. Interesting. Alright, so Trubbish come down. Trainer's Mail. Look at top 4 cards of his deck. Does he find a... Okay, there's an N, which can give us both new hands of 6. Probably like, man, he has like 7 new cards. He has 7 cards in his hand. Alright, so Fairy to the bench. And there's an end with both getting new cards. Does he finally find a Mega Gardevoir? Alright. So we found a Water G in a Team Flare Grunt. Okay. There's an Ultra Ball. Going to start 2 cards from his hand. And we'll finally see a Mega Gardevoir hit the field. So discards an N and an Ultra. Oh, another Ultra Ball being discarded. He could grab Hoopa here and use Scoundrel to get like 2 Mega Guardians, which is 3 Mega Guardians if he wants to. But nope. Maybe he'll place the 1 hoop, or maybe one's prized. I'm not sure. So we'll see a Mega Guardian going to the active. And we'll see a Despair Ray doing 20, 30, 40, 50 at least. Like 150 probably. Okay. So Despair Ray. And alright, doing 120 actually. I'm going to discard 1. Discarding the Trubbish. Okay. So get a Rough Seas. We'll put that down. We'll hold the 30 off the active. But still, he could take a knockout this turn. My plan is a Team Flare Gun, discard the Spirit Energy, Water Energy the bench, and collect for 3 new cards. Okay. Crushing Hammer. Okay, so we could try to, like, depends on what he does here. Alright, so there's an end. We both get new cards. Okay. 140 HP, so we have to discard 20, 30, 40, at least 3. So there's a Rough Seas, a Lysandre, Team Flare Gun. Okay. There's a Fairy Energy deactive. And there's a Despair, so he will take a knockout. Okay. Alright, so discarding a bunch of Pokemon. Goes down to 4. We'll send to the Lapras, and we'll see what happens here. On our turn, we're going to Team Flare, discard a Fairy Energy off the active. Water Energy, let it for 2 Water Energies. And collect for 3 more cards. Alrighty, so see, does he have a Fairy Energy and a way to fill up his whole bench? So, okay, there's a Wobbuffet which could save us, which is great. So my opponents are going to draw a card. He hasn't played any Mega Turbos. He's down 2 Fairy Energies. There's a Super Rod. I'm going to shuffle those 2 Fairy Energies back into his deck. We could go for a Ice Beam next turn to paralyze him, and then go for a Blizzard Burn to knock him out, which is something really cool that we can do. So Mega Guardian, 2 Fairy Energies. Okay. Does he fill his bench up as knocks out? He needs to find... Okay, there's an N. Only going down to 4. Out of those 4 cards, does he find an Energy? Or Mega Turbo? Oh, no, he shuffled both energies back. There's a Lysandre. Okay, switch. Delinquent. There's a Fairy Energy deactive. And a Despair for 110. Okay. So we really need to... Okay, we can still paralyze him this turn, so that's good. We'll put a Water in the active. Rough Seas. And we'll play an N. We could maybe Lysandre this guy, but... Alright, so put down a Fighting Fury Belt. And we will go for the Ice Beam attack. Okay, so we will paralyze him. Alright, so not opponent's turn as he plays Switch or an Escape Rope here. There's a Fairy to the bench. Trubbish. And a pass onto our turn. Alright, so I'm going to Water G the... Oh, no. Okay. We're in Rough Seas. How much HP do we have left? 180. Alright, so I'm going to VS Seeker for Skyla. Yeah. I'm going to VS Seeker for Skyla. And with the Skyla, we're going to double a puzzle. And try to use Crush Hammers to discard the energy off the bench. Alright, so to puzzle, we'll use double puzzle. Okay. We'll grab 2 Crush Hammers. We need at least 1 heads here to disrupt our opponent just a little bit. 2 would be perfect. Heads. Alright, so there's the one we needed. We'll discard the one off the bench. We'll play another Crush Hammer. Heads. Alright, discard the one off the bench, and we will Blizzard Burn for the knockout. Alright, so there we go. Blizzard Burn for the knockout. Go down to 4 prize cards. Alright, so there we go. He has no energies on the field. Can he find a Mega Guardy, 2 energies, and fill his bench up? Yeah, he needs a full bench for sure. Or at least -1. So Guardy will come up. Okay. There's a Fader to the active. Was he a Sycamore? Discard in their hand. Draw. Oh, discards 2 Mega Turbos. Okay, that's really good for us. A Sphere Guard will come down. Give it a free retreat. A Dragonite using a pull up. But he cannot take a knockout here. But he only had 2 basics anyway, so we should maybe be okay. So a Shaymin Hoopa coming to his hand. Does he play another Mega Turbo? Does the Hoopa use a Scoundering? Okay. Gonna grab a Mega Guardy. Okay. There's a Mega Guardy going to the active. Does he have a Mega Turbo? Alright, so let's see. Does he have a 3rd Mega Turbo? A lot of these decks only usually play 2. A double Crush Hammer Heads is like definitely saving us right now. The only thing we can't attack, and own our turn just to pass. Alright, so we will Team Flare, discard the Fader G on the active, and pass because we cannot attack. Alright, so my opponent's turn going to draw a card. We can VS Seeker for another Team Flare and maybe go for Collect. Fader to the active, okay. We're just waiting to see, does he play another? Okay, there's an Escape Rope going to send in. Who's he going to send in? Trubbish, okay. So we cannot Team Flare on him here. Alright, so Shaymin going to set it for 2. Does he find a... I don't know. He needs a lot of stuff here still. There's a Garbodor coming on the line, okay. What is in our opponent's hand? So pass onto our turn. Alright. So I think what I'm going to do right now is go for Team Grunt. Trying to discard the energies in his hand if he does have any. Alright, so let's see. And there's 1 Fader G, but no way to retreat right now. Alright, so press done onto our opponent's turn. Goes to 4 cards left. Next we can use Team Rock. I don't know why I didn't collect. Definitely should have collect. Don't know why we didn't collect there. Oh boy. Alright, but he has 7 energies already in play. Does he have any more left? Alright, so there's a VS Seeker. There's an N. Alright. I guess the collect theoretically wouldn't have mattered because he would end us anyway. So that's whatever. Alright, so we'll go for it. He goes for it. There was no way I was knocking out that Garbodor. There's no way I'm knocking that guy out. So Fairy to the bench. A pass onto our turn. These flips right now are going to be very crucial. So Crush Hammer. Heads will discard the energy off the bench. We will Team Rocketane or Kane will flip 2 heads. A heads and a heads. And we take the game and we'll end onto our opponent's turn. Taking the win against a Mega Guard the Carnivore deck. And that was the craziest ending. Oh my goodness. Opponent playing the 2 turbos, had to discard. We had no Megas on the field, and Lapras will take a victory, decking our opponent, get rid of all those energies. My opponent had probably seen the Garbodor thinking like, oh, he's going to knock us out. He's going to whatever. And I'm like, no, I am not knocking out that Garbodor. I don't know why he escaped over there. Definitely seems like a really crazy play. I mean, I guess he didn't want us to Team Flare, which we could have. So definitely only playing those 2 Mega Turbos did hurt our opponent. But there you go. There's the Lapras-GX deck. You can see how strong it is, how it can discard energies. We only had the 1 Lap. Wait, we had 2 Laprases, and that was it. Like, we literally had nothing else, and that's all you really need to win this game. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic Monday. Alrighty, bye.
Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.